Hello, this is wmpyr. In this video, I would like to share with you a discussion that I was having with a friend of mine on Facebook. Okay, so we were talking about martial arts, and he basically said something along the lines of he felt that a traditional martial arts person would have trouble on the streets, like in a self-defense situation, if it were to turn violent, right? So in a street altercation, he felt that a traditional martial arts person is probably not going to do well, okay? So I understand where he's coming from. I get it, but what I'm interested in here is, when I'm having a discussion, it's not about like who's right, who's wrong, my opinion versus your opinion. I don't care about that kind of thing, But so what I would like to do today is to share with you some viewpoints that may help you understand the situation more clear, because this has helped me out tremendously. Okay, so when you're talking about traditional martial arts versus like combat sports, what's the main difference? Sport versus street, that's what people think. No, combat sports is for the athlete. It's a sport. You got to be athletic. You have to be athletic. If you're not, you're not going to do well. You're not going to be able to compete at a high level. It's just the way it is. Martial arts, traditional. So let me put traditional martial arts. On the other hand, is designed for everybody. This is for everyone, okay? Whether you're fit or you're not, you're a regular, this is for a regular person, okay? So when a regular person learns traditional martial arts, okay, that's what's going on here. So this is a normal person plus some skill, okay? In order to learn the skill, you're gonna have to become, a little bit of physicality. You're going to have to stretch. You're going to have to do some calisthenics. You're going to have maybe some conditioning, shin conditioning, skin hardening, maybe a little bit, So all that kind of stuff, working on pads, bags, practicing techniques, maybe do some weapons. But at the end of the day, it's some skill. Okay, I'm not going to say a tremendous amount, but let's say a regular person gets to add some skill. I'm not talking about like, a master or someone who's done it for 20, 30, 40, 50 years. No, I'm just talking about, normal. Okay, so here we go. Nothing crazy, nothing extensive. Now, this person gets into a violent encounter in the street, right? So when this person meets somebody in the street, we're talking about probably, and what we're talking about in self-defense is against a criminal, okay? We're talking about someone that's going to attack you, someone that's a thug, someone that's trying to make you into a victim, right? So, once again, this is a regular person with some skill. That's what a traditional martial arts practitioner is, okay? So, let's define what is the criminal. So, the criminal is not a regular person, okay? So this thug, let's say, okay, is what I like to call a tough guy, okay? So they are a tough guy, which means they're tougher than normal, which is this person. So it's a tough guy with some skill. And you might go, wait a minute, they don't have skill. Yeah, they do. They do have skill, okay? And in this case, it's not the same kind of skill as a traditional martial arts person goes through. This skill could be like, just being brought up in a harsh environment. They learned maybe their dad beat them up, and then they became a bully, and they take it out on other people, and they learned how to use fear, how to intimidate someone. Those are all skills that they learned, from their environment. Maybe, like I said, it could be parental, or it could be, they were drug dealers or whatever, so they, whatever the case, street smarts and those kinds of skill that works for them, they have some, and it's different. This street body language and all that is not the same as a martial arts skill. So either way, it's just skill. Okay, so over here it's skill. So you're talking about a tough guy with skill versus a regular guy with skill. Who's going to win? Let's say the skill's equal. They cancel each other out. Then obviously the tough guy is going to win just because this is more. So really, what I'm trying to tell you guys is it's not style here. It's not really style, okay? It's because of this. A regular person plus skill versus a tough guy plus skill. That's not equal. That's not same. So to me, this makes sense. And this is why the criminal probably is going to come out on top. Whereas a normal person is going to struggle with this big time. Okay. So I hope this makes sense for you guys. So your job when you are training in traditional martial arts, okay, when you're training in it, you're going to be a regular person. You're going to get some skill. And of course, you want to keep increasing your skill, right? You want it to keep going up and up and up and up. But that alone is not going to matter, okay? Because you're still a regular person. So your goal should be to, from a regular person, become not a thug, but a tough guy. And then even better is to become an athlete. Become an athlete. Become as athletic as you can. Because on the totem pole here, okay, a regular person with skill is better than just a regular person. Okay, that makes sense, right? Regular person versus regular person plus skill. Well, the regular person plus skill is going to have the advantage. Okay, now regular person plus skill versus criminal. Well, the criminal is going to have the advantage because tough guy plus skill. And then tough guy plus skill versus athlete, someone who's athletic plus skill, then I'm telling you right now that the athlete has the advantage. Why? Because tough guy is, he was like environmentally tough, this is a domesticated dog. This is a wolf, okay? A domesticated dog versus a wolf. The athlete is just a completely different breed. This is a professional. This is somebody that this is their career. They do this 24/7. Now the tough guy might say, well, I do that 24/7. Well, you walk around tough and you may attack people and stuff, but that isn't as consistent and it doesn't occur as much as an athlete. Okay, an athlete does this way more. Okay, so compared to the tough guy, he may live in a tough neighborhood where he always has to be tough, but how many times is he being in a violent act? Because he ain't gonna last. He'll be in prison. He'll be shot and killed. So, actually, he kind of wants to avoid that. All right, he only wants to be in the situations where he knows he can win. Whereas an athlete, they're competing against, other very, very tough individuals, and, they're testing themselves. It's just not the same league. So athlete, to me, is by far the superior out of all of this. And I think this also kind of lets people know that people have no idea how difficult it is to be an athlete. When you think about it from high school, and it keeps going, to college, and then it goes to national level, Olympic level, professional level. People have no idea how difficult that is to climb up that ladder, okay? And it's just, for some of us, it's just impossible. I will never, ever be an Olympic athlete, no matter how hard I try. I'm just not at that caliber, you know what I mean? Physically, I'm just not there, and it's way too late now. So, but our goal is regular person plus skill, and then the regular person try to become as tough as you can, and also try to become as athletic as you can. So that is your responsibility, and then your skills will have a much better chance of shining for you. So that's it for now. Thank you for viewing, and take care, folks.